in the midfield area. For him.
See Thompson back on the ball. Andres Imperiale gets a start, his second straight. With Clarence Goodson out.
And I thought that partnership was quite good against the Galaxy for the first 45 minutes. Obviously, when the red card went down to Simon Dawkins, the game changed, obviously, in the favour of the Galaxy. But I thought for the first 45, Imperiale and Victor did well.
Quakes matching up with DC United. One and only tie this year. Last year, a win at RFK 2-0. Tommy Thompson. Fatai really only played the final 10 minutes or so, maybe 15 minutes of the first match in Colombia. A 1-1 draw. And he was saying this week, coming back from with the red card to Simon Dawkins, his first ever red card at any level, he told us in the airport the next day.
Yeah, he was just amazed by the decision, and he was very upset, obviously. You know, for me, it was again, he was right behind the play, and Quintero.
Perfect pass, though, to Quintero on the run, drawing to like DC United has.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to break out of that funk a little bit. You know, you've got games on the road, and I think they look to me like a team that if one goal goes in, they'll let multiple goals in at the moment. They're not playing.
Another opportunity for Quincy Amarikwa. And now it's DC United trying to put the pressure on, and Imperiale coming over to help. Loses control briefly. This one will be knocked out. And possession to San Jose.
Good work by Andres Imperiale. Does his job defensively. The thing I love about Imperiale as a footballer is that he likes to play out the back. His passing is extremely good. As you can see, he's a very smart, intelligent player. He's not one of those players just going to bang it out unless he's under a lot of pressure. Even then, he tries to nutmeg. He tried to nutmeg Espindola in the corner.
Played in the top divisions in Argentina, Costa Rica, and Chile.
They've had a very dominant start.
Opportunity here for DC. That one will go out for a corner kick. First corner of the match for DC United. Yeah. Wants to take Kent. Lost his footing.
Everything's going his way tonight.
Chip forward. Flag is up. Wondolowski offside.
The defenders have got 6-8 inches height advantage over him, but he's so strong, he wins the ball and holds it up. I think he just wanted the technical director of Colorado, the Michael Imanalo, who was the technical director of Chelsea Football Club. So many players who have done so much in the game since that team of '96 that was here for.
Marville win, chesting it down. Nagel at the touchline, finding Espindola. Nice defensive effort there by Imperiale to cut out that ball, send it over the touchline for the throw.
He had to get that.
Overlapping, Franklin. Tried to thread that one through to Rolf, who grabs onto Imperiale. Let's go down to Danielle Slayton, who has more on that last exchange.
Well, I'm down here on the sideline just a few feet from Dominic Kinnear, and he is absolutely encouraging both Francis and Wynn to continue to get involved in attack. Look for them to continue to do this next 30 minutes.
It certainly has opened up here for both sides as Imperiale goes down to a knee to dispossess Espindola.
Save in the end. But the game has certainly opened up. The space in the midfield is there for DC United a little bit as the Quakes are pushing, trying to get this tying goal.
Perfect example of the veteran possession. Perez Garcia able to slide it through. There's that counter.
And it's well read again by Imperiale. Environment, the atmosphere here at Avaya is very good.
There's Imperiale again. Quintero has been pretty quiet here in the second half. Maintaining
through. Valentin will be able to run it down.
Those were good angles and build-up play from San Jose. Just how they got through the thirds. Fatai Alashe popping up, and then all of a sudden Wondolowski. That was a trigger for him. and the angles in which they went on allowed them to get through the middles. And seeing him at training yesterday, I wondered whether that eye of his that he got kicked on Wednesday night would have closed up. It was that badly bruised, and the nose, it's almost as though he's grown a second one. That's the size of it. But Caleb
Borchers 6'2", Quincy Amarikwa 5'9". Amarikwa, Dawkins, Wondolowski, San Jose to Houston, and then came back to San Jose for the beginning of last season.
I think he's done a nice job with the team that he's kept together. They only missed out on playoffs last year, but still needs to find his feet. And the last man I mentioned, Quintero. But apart from that, he's kept the core and he's kept the strength. Imperiale, he's come in for Goodson at the back, and he's done well since he's come on the last few games.
Milano wins it in the corner. Valeri, driven cross, took a deflection. He'll have another chance if he wants. Trying to get around Imperiale, who defended well. Still not out of danger for San Jose. Chara pressures Quintero, gets it back to Imperiale. Center back making a run forward. Beautiful flick from Wondolowski. Amarikwa again tries to chip Kawarise. It's off the crossbar.
Into those awkward spots for an opposing team, not knowing whose responsibility it is. Is it the back line? Is it the midfield that come back and help out? That's where the communication is vital.
It's it clear. And Borchers to midfield. Ross, in your KeyBank scouting report, you spoke of the importance of the first 15 minutes of the match. We're now 21 minutes in. What have you seen? What have you liked?
There's certainly more energy about the Timbers. There's certainly a lot more life, and you can say they're Dawkins. They've got the Timbers for numbers in that midfield.
For a player like Ned Grabavoy, playing 2 matches 3 days apart, but in different roles, how difficult is that? Is there an adjustment that needs to be made?
I think he'll enjoy playing in this role, and he'll want to be on the ball certainly a lot more. But I look at his RSL days, and he was super for Jason Christ, playing in that diamond just on the side.
Sarkodie played 98 matches for Houston. Thinks that they improved a lot when he came into the middle. Gives him a little grit, a little bit of punch in the middle of the field.
What he also gives you is confidence on the ball, and technically he's very smooth. He's very confident as defenders to try and mark when they're starting to get in between you.
McInerney brings it down. Timbers wanted a foul, didn't get it.
In a position where he can get a strike away, and it certainly worried Kawarise as he was left outstretched, diving, wondering if that was going to go on for him.
The end of the first half. Maybe just getting a stretch.
Maybe what it is. After having played two matches.
A lot of room now for Diego Chara. Timbers have a 3-on-3. Milano's on the right. Imperiale slides in, wins it.
Strong, very strong challenge by Imperiale. Beats the game well.
The reckless challenges from the big centre half. It's going to be under pressure now for the rest of the game.
Booked last week as well in Colorado. That type of player. Again, 4 players end up on the floor. Vucinic, Leggett, and he put another decent cross in. Robin Keane was waiting to pounce on that. Imperiale away again. And here go. Couldn't get the cross in.
It's going to be a struggle at times for San Jose Earthquakes to keep the ball when they do play it forward. We'll see a lot of this.
Showing more ambition now they're 2-0 down. Perez Garcia, Amarikwa on Wondolowski. Win.
Imperiale going through the back of Robbie Keane, who doesn't like the challenge.
Colby with the cross. Alan Gordon still waiting to come on. Ball hasn't gone out of play. Here's Robbie Keane. Oh, it was De Jong with the through ball, and Keane couldn't quite get there to add to his tally of classic. Couldn't get goal side of his marker.
Cronin. We were talking about it in pre-game. The difference between goals scored and goals conceded between these two sides is not a great deal.
Yeah.
And yet the difference in points is 13. So we talk about...
They've had a few players come in, but nothing like what Colorado went out and spent this year. In this battle tonight between Wondolowski and you're looking at Schubert, Wondolowski, and Watts, because he doesn't match up well with anybody. He just kind of sits in the gaps and he forces defenders to come to him. You'll see forwards sometimes that slightly move closer to a defender because they want to post up on him. Wando won't do that.
Another player whose season started late. An Achilles injury which ended his 12th.
Looking around, and Wondolowski got caught in that same position. Dawkins got too far back, had no one to look for, so Wondolowski had to try to do something himself.
Stewart. Quintero. Back to Imperiale. Field. Panamanian. Half a step.
That's just good defending right there. Look at Imperiale. He sees him right there. He takes a step forward when he sees Baji make that run. He puts himself even with Bernardes. Absolutely fantastic there.
There was a little stutter step from Baji.
Yep.
Wasn't enough though. Gashi. Powers gets the return. Shows a bit too much of that. And Imperiale just spotted the moment as Bernardes did in the first half as well. Well, the Rapids are about to make a change as well. It's going to be Caleb Calvert, who'll be making his first appearance in Major League Soccer at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. He's had substitute appearances on the road. The two subs still wait. Imperiale. Salinas trying to thread the ball through to Wondolowski. Calvert onto Baji. Baji against Imperiale, who just times his tackle wonderfully.
Great timing. Imperiale, fantastic. He comes across again. Baji with that touch just a little too far, but Calvert with a great flick. Look at this flick. He gets over the top. He beats Marvell, went into the point and comes across.
To take those wide players, and they'll be tracking those fullbacks all night long.
Opening 60 seconds. Let's take a look at the series history. Brought to you by Southern New Hampshire University. This counting back to 2009. Quakes lead the series. They've had success here in the South Bay, whether it was Buckshaw Stadium or here at Avaya.
It's been a good matchup for the Quakes over the years. A very good matchup for Chris Wondolowski as well. 9 goals.
Well, I've been keeping an eye on Ladero. Danger, you and I talked about the importance that he has for the Sounders before the game. And really, it's been the communication between Seren and Alashe. They're passing him off. So whoever is nearest, they know they're always looking over their shoulder.
Next season and making plans for the playoffs. By Fry. Seattle's Chad Marshall had to come up played 60 minutes in that match on the 1st of September. He did not play against Paraguay in the second match.
Imperiale slowly as well. No one was near him when that happened, so hopefully everything is okay with Hollingshead. Seems to look okay right now as San Jose has possession. Sean Francis works the ball back to Andres Imperiale. Not at all. As we noted earlier, 68 caps internationally for Panama for the goal scorer Quintero.
They have to be very, very careful.
Up the right side, Hedges. Andres Imperiale, who was on the wrong end of that accostage. Dawkins corner, sights out for it. Not the strongest of punches, but enough to get the ball out of a danger area for right now. And you've got a center back with it along the touchline, Andres Imperiale. But a foul is coming here. The assistant referee, the linesman on the near side, that was all unfolding right in front of him.
And a great guy to have in the locker room, too. A guy with a lot of experience. FC Dallas, still a young team. He can provide a lot of experience, especially with those Argentines.
Imperiale is back. Throw it coming here for FC Dallas. Since FC Dallas has scored twice, Papa John scores twice. And nobody was better at that than Lenhart. Nope. You talk about creating havoc. Imperiale with a touch.
Two sides looking to progress it in the Western Conference.
Sometimes looks a little ungainly there. You normally expect somebody of that stature to be playing centre half. It's up to Beazler as well, obviously the captain, to really get a grip of that back four. Struggled himself a little bit recently.
Failhaber. Dwyer, but just in it that was pure experience. Drew a shirt tug, a silly one from Nat Borchers, and slotted it home to give them a chance late on. Just can't buy that. Abdul Salam also has a habit of wandering positionally, and Dawkins might enjoy that. Aimed out towards the pair of them, but Abdul Salam used his Got plenty of time though to find a bit of quality, and it's been richly entertaining as well.
All over the place. No fluidity going forward whatsoever. Starting to take shape though, San Jose Earthquakes play.
Towards Wondolowski, doesn't need too much encouragement. At least he gets a shot away and earns his. It goes from Dawkins. Cleared away by Espinosa. Now Win. Penalty, doesn't he? So don't give him the opportunity. Salinas with his first.
Salam, though, if he's going to bring Dio off, he'll probably play with three centre halves. Abdul Salam, I quite fancy, is probably almost his favourite position, playing centre half.
Espinosa can play left back as well.
In the final third or going forward, they can consider them very, very lucky to get the 3 points if that's the way it's going to be, as it looks at the moment.
4 minutes added on. 4 minutes for Sporting Kansas City to conjure an equaliser. Dom Dwyer got a late winner against San Jose a couple of years ago, ironically from the penalty spot. Won by Zusi. In from Espinosa.
That have signed as homegrown players for the Red Bull,
including Sean Davis, also starting tonight. Tyler Adams on the ball briefly. You see Davis. We talked to him yesterday at training as well. And on 4th of April in Philly on the 30th, and then May 7th at a struggling Seattle side for San Jose. Bulls 5 matches, including the goal that put the Quakes ahead 2-1 as Perez Garcia.
1 or 2 passes maximum, they're giving the ball away.
Lloyd Sam playing it forward, but giving it up is Davis. Trying to win it back. Opposite number 27's going up against Vitaly Lashe. It's Matias Perez Garcia. And give credit to the New York Red Bulls, putting a lot of pressure order tonight as Portland hosts FC Dallas. And likely out for a few weeks. So getting the start tonight in place of his brother. Could not control. 43rd minute, but it was the 41st minute goal from Vitaly Lashe. It took a deflection in front of Robles. Sam has that speed on the wing. Defensive effort there by the sliding Andres Imperiale.
It's important that Tommy Thompson sits a little bit deeper with Vitaly Lashe as well now, with Sasha Klashen working in there. You see Bradley Wright Phillips likes to drop back into that space as well. Tommy Thompson needs to do his defensive job.
And you're starting to sense the energy of this match picking up just a little bit. Beautiful ball forward for Bradley Wright Phillips.
Needs to be done when you're winning 2-0. Alberto Quintero, fresh legs, and their ability to work those plays will sure help Marvel win on this right-hand side.
Boy, Andres Imperiale goes to the turf quite a bit defensively, but it's rare that he comes up empty.
They have all their attacking stars on right now. The game seems to be going away from them.
Jesse Marsh bringing on Bradley Wright Phillips and Sasha Kleshin at halftime after giving those two regulars. Shea's second of the year, and for Wando his 5th goal of the campaign. Wando came in tied for first, had scored, but nevertheless, the Quakes would love to get the 3 points first and then celebrate the goal scoring of Chris Wondolowski afterward. And if that first meeting between these two teams is any indication, there will be fireworks during the game and after the game.
It usually is in that Classico. It's just waiting.
As Quincy Americo has put in a hard night's work. As we reach minute 85, Dominic Kinnear has called Adam John over to the bench.
Well, he's certainly consistent, Dominic Kinnear. He likes to make those same substitutions, and Quincy Americo has put so much